Hello, everyone, and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the misfortunes of others. As always, I hope you enjoy this legal education content. And today's the day I earned that subscription. For today's story, we are potentially doing the most Florida man story I have heard of in a while. Florida man comes in many forms, and he does many things that cause our eyebrows to raise. And this channel certainly is no stranger to stories of Florida man, but we have potentially most Florida man story ever, as Florida man has beaten his roommate's raccoon with a hammer and then threatened to kill his neighbor with a sewing needle, according to police. A 31-year-old man in Florida was arrested for allegedly holding a sewing needle to his neighbor's neck and threatening to kill him before nearly beating his roommate's raccoon to death with a hammer. Apparently, that raccoon lived. The raccoon has many lives. Okay, the raccoon is going to continue living to a coon's age, apparently. Trevin Williams was taken into custody last week and charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and 1 count of aggravated animal cruelty, according to court records. Each of the charges against Williams are third-degree felonies, punishable by a maximum 5 years in state. Okay. According to a sworn probable cause affidavit, deputies with Lake County Sheriff's Office at approximately 5:38 p.m. on December the 14th responded to a 911 call regarding a battery complaint at the residence located at 10 block of Circle Drive. Upon arriving at the scene, first responders say they made contact with an adult female claiming to be one of the victims. The woman, one of Williams' roommates, whose name was redacted from the affidavit, allegedly told deputies that when she arrived home from work, Williams got off his scooter, walked over to her car, and began punching the vehicle. The vehicle. She allegedly said that as he was damaging her car, she heard Williams say, "I am going to kill you." The woman said she was able to get out of her car and flee to her neighbor's house, where one of the neighbors told her that Williams had just killed her raccoon. Williams' roommate allegedly told investigators she kept a raccoon in the kennel located towards the back of her house. One of the deputies then walked around the home and located the hammer alleged to have been used in the incident next to the back tire of a car parked in the driveway. He then went to the rear of the house and located the raccoon. The animal was taken out of its kennel and left in the grass after it was attacked by a defendant, the affidavit said. A few feet from the raccoon, I observed a blue mat with what appeared to be bloodstains from the animal. However, the deputy noted the animal was still breathing as he left the scene. The raccoon lives, man. The raccoon lives. If the raccoon needs a new home, I am willing to adopt. This raccoon deserves a good life. As deputies were speaking to the first victim, a visibly upset Williams allegedly came to the house. He complied with deputies' orders and was detained and interviewed. Williams allegedly said he was in an altercation with another male, but denied having any weapons on his person and denied making any threats. But additional witnesses allegedly contradicted these claims. A male neighbor allegedly told deputies that he was sitting on his porch when Williams came over and placed a sewing needle to his throat and told him he was going to kill him. Okay. That's, yeah. I don't know. The man, whose name was also redacted from the affidavit, claims that he went back to his house and Williams began following him. The male victim further advised that Williams had killed the female victim's raccoon by hitting it with a hammer and shooting the animal with a BB gun on its neck. Okay. These are things that are happening, people. These are things that are happening in Florida. A bystander allegedly confirmed to deputies he observed Williams walk up to the male victim's porch and point a sewing needle to his neck. Williams was booked in Lake County. He was released after posting $6,000 bond. A judge issued a court order requiring that Williams not have any contact with the victims and stay at least 500 feet away from them. Unclear if this order also covers the raccoon. I don't know. Williams is currently scheduled to appear for court on January the 9th. Thus, that brings us to the end of the story of Tevin Williams, who beat his female neighbor's raccoon, and that's not a euphemism, She has a raccoon in a kennel. Beat his female roommate's raccoon with a hammer, and shot it in the neck, but the raccoon lives. The raccoon is resilient. And then threatened another guy by putting a needle on his neck. So that's a thing that happened. So I don't really know what to say about this story. I tell you not to do this, but no person would do this. No person would do this ever. No person could dream this up. No person could create this. This is a story. This is a story, and at least for the moment, that brings us to the end of discussion of this case.